Are you a content creator or do you just consume content? I've got 5 tips for anyone out there that is creating content. But before I get into that, this episode is brought to you by Rakuten. I don't know if you guys are aware about Rakuten, but if you're gonna spend money and go shopping online, go to Rakuten before you do it, because then you can make money and save money. So go with Rakuten. It's an awesome company and I highly recommend them. And then this episode is also brought to you by Tesla. I know you all know about Tesla. They've got extremely beautiful cars. They're affordable, and they've got top tier solar panels, solar shingles, energy. It's an energy company and a freaking automotive company, you know, and they are like leading the pack. Like there's not another company out there that's like even on their heels, you know, like they're so far ahead of everybody, you know, so you got to admire a company that's able to scale to that level in front of everybody, you know, and if you're not being proactive and working with that company, then you freaking should be, okay? All right, so I didn't really feel like doing this video, but I'm holding myself accountable, and because I got to hit the phones today, you know, and I don't know, this is like a quick piece on sales. Like, I don't know if you guys are in sales or not, but whether it's residential or commercial, in my personal opinion, I feel like hitting the phones in the morning is the absolute worst freaking thing you can possibly do, because people are just getting their office, they're trying to get settled in, and the last thing they're trying to have is some freaking asshole cold calling them, you know, when they're trying to get settled in their office. You know, they're not in a good mood, they're just getting to work, you know. So if you're in sales, I highly recommend spending the morning, you know, working on proposals or sending emails, because I feel like phone calls during the morning is a very ineffective strategy and can be counterproductive, you know, like pissing off your prospects, you know. So that's that, okay? And I wrote this blog article last night. I don't know if you've seen my blog yet. It's pretty good. It's adamprudhomme.com, and I've got some pretty cool blog articles, and hopefully I can publish them, like make a book out of them. It's kind of all over the place, you know, like I am, but it's got some really good shit. And if you read the articles, like there's some really badass plays that you could actually make real freaking money, you know, if you just like take the time to read my blog. Like you will have the potential to make a shit ton of money, you know. And I'm not talking about like bullshit, passive income, you know, affiliate marketing, drop shipping. Like this is real shit, and it's all you could just check it out, adamprudhomme.com, okay? And then yeah, so and my blog, it's not really fresh in my head right now, because like I've been I did some meditating this morning, like pretty good intense meditation and like breath work, and you know, I'm feeling really refreshed after that, so that's a good thing. Okay, so the article that I wrote is 5 titty tips for content creators with the number 4, and I tried to go like back and change the title to 5 tits tips, but I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I was just like, you know, fuck it, just leave it, you know. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so the first one, we are going to go with talking about how the best advice that I can give to a content creator, because like, I'm sure if you've heard other people, they'll talk about like being in YouTube jail, or if you're just like on a cold streak with your videos or something, they'll be like, oh, you're not doing thumbnails, or you're not doing the description, the title's not right. No, that's fucking bullshit, you know, like, I don't know. I'm definitely in YouTube jail, or like having a cold streak with them right now, you know, because I had a couple videos that got like over 40,000 views, and like the one I posted yesterday has got like 3 views, you know, which isn't very good, but you know, I'm not really stressing it. But like part of this first part of this blog post I talk about is basically not giving a fuck what other people think about you, you know, because it doesn't matter if that video has 3 views or 3 million views. I don't really give a fuck, you know, and it's going to stay up, and it's going to have the potential to make money for years to come, to be completely honest with you. And that's the way you need to look at shit, you know. And another thing is, most people, I mean, I'm not saying you need to be a jackass like me, like I am sometimes, like on camera, because like you have a professional reputation that you need to protect, but most people have like a small circle, you know, and it's like 1 or 2 people in their small circle that they're afraid, like they're worried about how they will be judged through their online presence, you know. So if you can eliminate those people to a point where you just like don't give a fuck, like it's a great place to be, you know. So yeah, you know, so like figure out who's bringing you down and who's like a judgmental prick in your group that like you're nervous about, you know, it might be your boss or something. Maybe you should go start a business, you know? So yeah, that was the first one. I go a little bit more depth in the article, but it's pretty good. And then the next one talks about kind of, I don't really get into it, but it's basically like building a brand, you know? And it's about doing your own thing, you know? So many people, they see other people and they're like, oh, that looks cool, you know? And I'm gonna go do that, you know? Exactly what the fuck they're doing, you know? I know in one of Hormozy's episodes, he talks about like the realtors, you know? Like they all have like the Beamer and like the weird haircut, you know? And I thought that was pretty freaking hilarious. In the article, I talked about like the Alabama and Georgia dudes, you know? Like they are all like cookie cutter, you know? Freaking Sperry's or Cole Haans or cowboy boots, you know? Pressed khakis and a button down freaking polo or Southern Tide, you know? It's a good look, you know? Don't get me wrong, you know? But in a world where everything is attention, blending into the masses, you're not gonna get anywhere, you know? And so you just need to elevate your perspective a little bit, I guess you could say, you know? It's like, why are you trying to be like everybody else, you know? Why can't you just be your fucking self? And like, because like the struggles that you go through, like the hardships, that's what forms you as an individual, you know? And I know in one of Jordan Peterson's talks, he talks about, you know, setting impossible goals like I talk about, and he talks about like Sisyphus pushing the rock up the hill, and it's like, you can't fucking do it, you know? But it seems really frustrating, you know? But it turns you into a beast, you know, like working towards something that's like so ambitious, you know? Because if you keep persistent, you keep hitting it, keep hitting it, it's gonna fucking pop, you know? And that's just how it is, you know? That's just life, you know? Especially if you're doing everything right and acting ethically, things will fall into place if you fucking work your ass off, you know? So yeah, if you're gonna build a brand, don't fucking try to just copy someone, you know? Be yourself, be original. If you have to go on like a meditation retreat to like figure out who you are, then fucking do that, you know? But just quit looking at your neighbors and your buddies and trying to be like them, you know? Okay, so then the next one, yeah, I'm not really sure about this one. I guess I was talking about getting feedback from other people, you know, and that's something that's very valuable because I don't get feedback very often, but take it for what it is, you know. It's an outside perspective, you know. It can be awesome advice or it can be shit advice, you know. Look who it's coming from, and more importantly, look at the individuals around you and see, you know, there's not many people in between that want to just see you do okay. They either want to see you fail or they want to see you succeed. So make sure you have a trust circle in which you can surround yourself with people that want 100% what's best for you. You know, 100% right there. You know, that's good shit. Okay, then the next one is number 4. We're getting there. And, okay, this talks about, you know, creating, if you're starting a business, try to start a monopoly. And then, okay. I should have read this fucking thing before I just hopped on camera, but I got to make phone calls, and I'm probably going to write another blog post here shortly because it's like not time to hit the phones yet. So, calls of action, you know, it's like one thing people can do towards the end of a video or a blog post is say, please like, subscribe, and share this episode. And that is a very effective method, you know, telling people to do something and they'll do it, you know. And you can do it through emails, you know, instead of saying, like on my email campaign I ran yesterday, instead of putting submit, I put apply here. You know, it seems like such a small difference, but little details like that make a huge fucking difference, you know, when you're dealing with human psychology and brains, you know. So pay attention to detail, you know, so 100%. And then I ended it with AI, you know. Pay attention to what's going on with AI. Use AI, but don't make it a crutch, you know. I use AI every day, but not on, you know, and I keep up with like large language models like as much as anybody, you know, and what's going on, you know, and it's crazy. ChatGPT, like it literally launched like 18 months ago, and like look how far AI has come since then, you know. So pay attention to trends, you know, and then I ended it with a shout out to Mila Kunis. Yeah, we've had like a weird thing over the years, but whatever. Anyways, just remember that I love you and that you can be what you will to be. And I'm about to write a blog post and crank out some phone calls.